the whole purpose of this conversation is satisfaction with our goals and accomplishments and what we're trying to achieve. So are you easily satisfied? Are you easily content with where you are in life and your accomplishments and achievements? Honestly, I am not. That's just not who I am. I have always been the type of person that, I don't know, I feel this feeling of I never have been able to accomplish enough. I've never done enough. Nothing I ever do is good enough, unfortunately. And this sounds awful. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not totally Debbie Downer, but I am, for the most part, the majority of my life dissatisfied with my accomplishments and the timing of those accomplishments. It took me a real long time when I was young to kind of get my stuff together, to crawl out of the hole that I dug myself, making all the mistakes in my early adulthood, and to get on track. And with regard to everything, with regard to my personal life, relationships, love, marriage, education, career, everything, you know, I, my wife says that we were late bloomers. She was a late bloomer. She didn't have to rebound from as many mistakes as I did because she had a better home life. Her parents were more supportive and that kind of thing. I didn't have all that, so I made a lot of mistakes, and it just took me longer to rebound and get back on track. In any case, we were late bloomers, mostly in regard to our career, because a career is pretty important. Or, I mean, maybe you don't have a career, you just have one series of job after another. But a job's important too, because, I mean, that's what we need to survive, right? We need an income. We need to, provide for ourselves. And if we have a family, we've got to provide for them too. And it's never been entirely easy. And in 2026, it seems that it's more difficult than ever. I live in the United States, and our economy is struggling. It's rough. I mean, everything's going up. The cost of living's going up, and everything's going up except our income and our wages, right, people? I'm pretty sure you agree. And if you don't, that means that you're blessed enough not to have to worry about finances. So it must be nice. And my hat's off to you. You did a good job. So maybe the rest of us can catch up to you someday. Is it easy? Is it hard work? All it takes? I don't believe so, because there's a lot of people working very hard to meet their goals, and this ties into where I'm going. The whole purpose of this conversation is satisfaction with our goals and accomplishments and what we're trying to achieve. It seems that it's not that uncommon for folks to be dissatisfied with what they accomplish. Even if you do a great thing, like, maybe an education goal or a career goal, do you find that, okay, you've made the achievement, but it's very short time before you're like asking yourself, all right, now what's next? Suddenly I still feel behind. And why is this? I mean, to a large extent, it's the day and age that we live in. Really, since the dawn of man, cavemen have been comparing themselves to one another. So it's almost like in our genes, in our genetic makeup, to kind of compare ourselves to the guy next door. Look what he's doing, look what he's got. Maybe I should be there too, as opposed to just being happy with where you're at. And those of you that really can't relate to this, and you are that person that can just be happy with where you're at, oh my goodness, you're so lucky. How do you do it? Like I said, I think it's pretty natural to feel, to some degree, inadequate and compare yourselves to those around you. Now, this day and age that we live in, modern society, I mean, we're all spending all this time. It used to be just television. When I grew up, Nobody had phones that they doom scrolled on for 20 out of the 24 hours a day. It used to be television. People watched too much television. We're always looking at this media device we have in our pockets. And what is it showing us? Everybody and how perfect their life is, and how together they have it, and how happy they are, and how beautiful they are, and their car is beautiful, and their house is beautiful, and their wife is beautiful. And they seem to have endless money and the best of health, and everybody is in perfect shape. And hey, no wonder we feel a little bit inadequate or dissatisfied with the progress we've made, where we've come from.
Looks fun.
It is. He says it looks fun. That old man's probably never seen a electric unicycle. I tell people, oh, I'm sorry about the distraction. I'm doing some riding today. I've always come out here and ridden because it's so gorgeous. I love nature. I'm all about nature. I always have been. It's where I'm happiest. And this is an electric unicycle. So I'm sorry about the distraction. I'm going to be riding some, maybe during this video. And don't worry about me because I'm not going to be riding super fast. I've been riding this thing long enough to be very comfortable on it. And that's how I want to be able to talk to you, is very comfortable. So come with me and explore McAllister Park. And we'll avoid the airplanes when possible. See that buck? This buck was running. Had a beautiful set of antlers, and he looked strong too. He was definitely fast. I wasn't trying to scare him or anything, but they scare me actually. I wouldn't want to get stuck with those antlers.
Well, hello, beautiful people. Fancy seeing you here. Pardon the interruption. My wife called me and sent me on a wild goose chase, running some crazy errand I'm not going to bore you with. But I ran out of daylight, and I still wanted to finish this video. So here we are in my garage. So let's finish talking about dissatisfaction. So we did already cover how so many people worldwide, not just a United States thing, feel this dissatisfaction with their accomplishments. I mean, we get these ideas, we work so very hard for often so very long, and everything goes our way and we meet our goals, we reach our accomplishments, our achievements, and the next thing you know, we're asking ourselves, I thought it was going to bring me more joy. I thought I was going to be more satisfied. What's next? I really don't feel like I thought this was going to make me feel. So I've already said how, this is kind of innate in our being, we're almost designed that way, just naturally. But our environment just exacerbates the situation, with the social media and comparing ourselves to what we see and what we're presented with by this doom scrolling. Well, how about we change gears? How about instead of framing success with achievement, how about we think about, could success be how we feel about our lives along the way, along the journey, every day living in the present? We kind of have to see the joy in everything around us, in our family, in our work, in our hobbies, in strangers. If success is always some milestone ahead, then we're sort of training ourselves to live in constant or perpetual dissatisfaction. How about we give success a new definition? How about alignment, not accumulation? Progress, not perfection? How about someone you respect instead of someone trying to impress? Maybe success isn't about doing more. Maybe it's about needing less to feel okay. Our brains are designed to be constantly moving the goalpost. What once seemed like just a dream, kind of unreachable, can suddenly be normal, shockingly fast. It doesn't mean we're broken. It means we're human. The same brain that helps us grow is the same brain that steals our contentment. How about we just give ourselves permission to take it easy on ourselves, to maybe lighten the load, instead of thinking, am I living a successful life? How about we reframe it and say, today I'm doing everything I can to be the person I want to be tomorrow. If we can do this, success becomes a daily thing and not so distant. Things you now see as normal were the dreams you once prayed for. You don't have to camp there, just acknowledge it. You might tell yourself, if the past me could see my life now, he wouldn't call it a failure. Here's one more way to reframe things in your mind. You've probably heard this one before. So instead of saying, look how far I have to go, flip it around. Say, look how far I've come. I think we need to appreciate things a little differently. I think we need to appreciate things a little differently, and we won't be so dissatisfied. And I think we're going to be happier with our lives overall. Hey, I am Merce George, and I love doing what makes people cringe, and that is talking about their feelings. You know what? Talking about your feelings does not make you weak. It makes you human. So come on back and let's be human together. Bye. Hello, beautiful people. This is future Merce George here. Hey, I was going through some of my archives and I found a video that I think kind of touches on some of the things that we were addressing in this video. So if you like my vibe and you're interested, check out this video here. It's on past live mistakes, and I tell a story of my life so you'll get to know me a little bit better. That is if you're interested. All right, folks, continue.